Lucky Duck Games brings you My Shelfie, designed by Phil Walker Harding and Matthew Dunstan. It's for 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up, and plays in about 25 minutes. You've just gotten a new bookshelf, and now it's time to fill it with all your favorite things. Books, board games, portraits, and more. Can you make the most organized shelfie? Your goal is to take item tiles from the living room and place them on your bookshelves to score points. The game ends when a player completely fills their bookshelf, and there are 3 ways to score points: personal goal cards, common goal cards, and adjacent item tiles. To get started, each player takes a bookshelf and a personal goal card, placing the goal card into their holder. Draw and place tiles on the living room floor based on player count. Then shuffle and place 2 common goal cards with score markers face up for all to see. Scoring tokens will be stacked on each of the common goal cards, giving 8, 6, 4, or 2 points depending on player count. Choose a first player and give them the first player chair. During your turn, you will take 1, 2, or 3 item tiles from the living room board, which is shared by all players. There are 2 simple rules for taking tiles. The tiles you take must be adjacent to each other and form a straight line, and all the tiles you take must have at least one side free at the beginning of your turn. Then you must place all the tiles you picked into one column of your bookshelf. You can decide the order, but you cannot place them into more than one column in a single turn. Where you place these tiles will depend on your personal goal cards, which grant points if you match the highlighted spaces with the corresponding item tiles, and the common goal cards, which grant points to the players who achieve the illustrated patterns the fastest. You can also score by creating groups of matching adjacent item tiles. These groups grant points at the end of the game depending on how many tiles are connected. Item tiles with the same background color are considered to be of the same type. If there are 4 or fewer item tiles remaining on the living room board at the end of your turn, then you must refill the living room board. Put the remaining tiles back in the bag, then refill the living room back to its starting setup. The first player who fills the spaces of their bookshelf triggers the end of the game and takes the in-game token that grants 1 additional point. The game continues until all players have taken an equal number of turns. The player with the most points at the end of the game is the winner. A game of strategy at a glance, different every time thanks to the variety of common and personal goals. The beautiful images of the item tiles will really give you the feeling of tidying up your precious shelf. For more information, check out LuckyDuckGames.com.